This episode of the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast is brought to you by pmtlifestyle.com, Authentic Muay Thai Lifestyle by Pu'u. Definitely go check out the website at pmtlifestyle.com for some awesome lifestyle merchandise. That's for those of you out there either involved in Muay Thai, looking at getting involved in Muay Thai, and embrace a healthier lifestyle to live the life of a Nak Muay. Go check it out. So what do you cop? This is Jonathan over at the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. Today is January 20th, 2022. So we are on Thursday, getting towards the end of the training week. You will probably hear some noises of kids yelling in the background. So they're just training. I'm going to turn up my mic intake a little bit. I hope that's better. Just so everybody knows, this weekend, we had fights this weekend with Phil for WCK Muay Thai. Just to reiterate, they have been canceled. Completely canceled due to, I guess, half the fighters got sick. They just decided to cancel the whole event. All right. So I do have a little bit I would like to share here. And what it is that I kind of went around to some of our students, our competitors, and just asked them why they like Muay Thai, or why they like training Muay Thai. All right. So listen in and check it out. All right, so we're here with Megan. Megan's one of our students at Pu'u Muay Thai Santa Barbara. Megan, thanks for being on the podcast. So why do you like Muay Thai?
I like Muay Thai because it's a really good sense of community and everyone is really positive in the sport and treats anyone like family no matter what gym you're at, and it's a great stress reliever.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to say?
Go Pu'u Muay Thai.
Ooh, shout out. Thank you. All right, so I'm here at Pu'u Muay Thai Santa Barbara with Aaron Clayton. It's going to be fighting for a spot in Team USA coming up the World Games qualifiers. So, Aaron, why do you like Muay Thai?
Well, my two main reasons of why I like Muay Thai, first one being it kind of helps me be a better person outside of the ring. I've learned how to control a lot of my emotions and just learn how to have a more disciplined life. And then second, it's this is my only form of art. I'm not good at painting. I'm not good at playing an instrument. This is my art.
You picked violence as art.
Yeah, violence is my art.
Awesome. Well, thank you. And how can people follow you for your World Games thing?
Oh, yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at aaron.graceless, Grace, Less.
Awesome.
Yep.
I'll make sure to link it in the show notes and stuff, too.
Thank you.
Awesome. Good luck. All right, we're here at Pu'u Muay Thai Santa Barbara. We have Kyle Clayton. So your wife's fighting for a World Games qualifier. She started fighting before you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So why do you like Muay Thai?
Because I'm able to defend myself when my wife attacks me.
Oh, okay. I do not condone that, but go ahead. Keep going. What else?
I think I just like that it's a much more fun form of exercise as I'm getting older than going to the gym. And I also really like the community here. So I think half of the fun for Muay Thai for me is just getting to come and hang out with my friends and, get food after or whatever. Just sense of community.
Sweet, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, we're here at Pu'u Muay Thai Santa Barbara with Anthony Sarabia. So, Anthony, your daughter Mia trains also, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Did she train before you? Is that how you got involved?
Yeah, she trained a little bit before me at another spot.
Okay. So you guys train martial arts together a little bit. Tell me, what is it like? Why do you like Muay Thai?
Basically for the challenge,
I'm putting you on the spot, man. Is it because you're I know it's kind of like a family activity for you and your daughter. Is that correct?
It is. It's definitely a family activity. It's something we can do together. At the same time, it's a good building blocks to give her some confidence, good discipline, challenging her. You know what I mean? And then eventually, if she wanted to go into competition, she can eventually see her true potential of really how put it all together and see what she can really do out there. Damn, Jonathan.
It's okay, man. No, that's good. Thank you so much for your time, man. I appreciate it.
All
My name's Roy, and I like Muay Thai because you use everything. You use your elbows, you use your fists, you use your knees, you're kicking, and it's easier said than done. It takes a lot of work, but I also like that it's a journey and you get to see your progress,
Awesome. And why do you like training here at Pu'u Muay Thai?
Because it's the only authentic gym you're going to find.
We're here at Pu'u Muay Thai Santa Barbara with Jericho's Raboha, right?
Raboha.
Yeah. So Jericho, why do you like Muay Thai?
I don't know. I just like fighting, I guess.
Yeah. Why do you like training here at Pu'u Muay Thai?
I like training with the people here. Really good people. Like Coach Ryan really takes care of you. It doesn't matter if you're fighting, if you just started. Like he'll take care of you, and all the other guys around here too.
Awesome.
It's like a family out here.
Thank you. So we're here with Alex Lopez, right?
Yeah.
At Pu'u Muay Thai Santa Barbara. Boom. So Alex, why do you like training Muay Thai?
I like training Muay Thai because it's probably one of the best striking classes. Like it's like different from boxing and kickboxing. It shows like the clinch and everything. And honestly, this environment is super dope. I like the coaches, makes me feel comfortable. Jonathan over here is amazing. And just everybody around here, man, super dope. And yeah.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Here with Logan Jones, Pu'u Muay Thai Santa Barbara. Boom. Logan, why do you like training Muay Thai?
Because it keeps me physically fit, and I feel like I belong to a community here at Pu'u Muay Thai and here in the town of Santa Barbara.
Sweet, man. Thanks for coming in. We appreciate you.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
All right, I hope you enjoyed those sound clips. Just a little bit of insight for people who might not understand that Muay Thai is not just fighting. Of course, we had Jericho saying he likes fighting, but it's also a community thing for him too. All right, and there's tons of reasons why people train Muay Thai. And we talked about this in our previous episode where Master Bob Carmel mentioned that now more than ever in history, there's been more Muay Thai events globally around the world and more chances to compete in the Western world. So especially here in like California, the United States, Arizona, Texas, Northeast, up in like New York and stuff like that too. There is just a ton of opportunities for people to be able to compete. And there's some really cool stages that are starting to pop up that are just in relationship to like Muay Thai growth. Okay? So I know that we had the one championship fight results. I'm just looking them up. I got to see some highlights. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. We went through the fight card not too long ago. So this was for heavy hitters, full results for every fight. So let's go through them. I know there was a controversial decision on one of them too. So we'll go through the first one from the main card. So this is going to the MMA. All right. So for this one, strawweight world champion Zhang Jingnan defeats Ayaka Miura via unanimous decision in MMA bout. Women's strawweight world championship. Congratulations. Wish was something in North Idaho. Hey, firefighter style, North Idaho. Hey, I know you say that, but have you listened to our podcast where we talked about we didn't have Muay Thai in our area either? So maybe be that catalyst, man, if you can. I know if you're a firefighter, you're probably super slammed and busy. But let me know if you got questions about that, too. I'm happy to answer and cover them again here. And next, in the catch weight, 66.45 kilograms, Muay Thai's Tawanchai defeats Semapech via knockout at 2:55 of round one. It was an epic knockout. It was in the cage, too. So that's what I predicted from the previous podcast. So no surprise really there in regards to that match. Like you have one person's upcoming, the other one's kind of like becoming journeyman fighter status. Next one, the lightweight division for MMA, Saeed defeats James Nakashima Sagid. I think that's how you pronounce it. Is Khabib Nurmagomedov? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't follow MMA that closely, but famous UFC fighter. It's his protege. He won via submission at 2 minutes, 17 seconds of round number 2. Next up, the strawweight Muay Thai fight that we had coming up with Supergirl, who defeated Ekaterina Venderyeva, I believe. I believe she's from Ukraine. So that was a controversial decision apparently. So I'm gonna watch this one. I'm gonna mute just so that way I can watch a little. Oh, the decision, yeah. So there's like I saw some highlight stuff from it, and apparently the CEO of ONE FC Chatri basically ordered an immediate rematch, which is great. That's what we need to see in promotions like UFC, Lion Fight, Muay Thai Grand Prix, is these immediate rematches are just great because if the fight's close, hey, throw it back again, see if you can actually go back and win rather than just sitting there talking smack, never getting the rematch. Tony Ferguson getting his shot. Let's go into this next one. So next one, strawweight MMA Division 1 Championship. Senzo Ikeda defeats Elipetua, the Magician Sirigar, via knockout at 2 minutes of round 3. Congratulations. Light heavyweight kickboxing up next. Giannis Stoforidis from Greece defeats Bebelut Isev. I think that's how I pronounce it. These names, man. I'm terrible with these names. Via knockout at 31 seconds of round 1. Luckily, I'm not a commentator, right? Not yet, at least. Next, coming up in the lead card, in the strawweight division MMA, Tiffany No Chill Teo defeats Meng Bo via submission, rear naked choke at 3 minutes 45 seconds of round 2. This is great. Hey, if you guys are tuning in, you like hearing this stuff, spam those likes. If you're here, spam those likes over there on TikTok. I really appreciate it, guys. It helps us grow in ranks, helps us get followers, and it helps us get viewers in here to talk more about Muay Thai and martial arts. All right, next, bantamweight, Shuya Stealth Kamikubo defeats Pretty Boy Troy Worthen via submission rear naked choke at another rear naked choke at 4 minutes 36 seconds of round 3. Ooh, that's sunken deep there. There's a screenshot there. So, not a whole lot of Muay Thai taking place on this, but there's going to be more. I know that we have a couple other fire Muay Thai fights that are coming up. I'm looking forward personally to seeing. We have the next one that's coming up. It's going to be Only the Brave. It's on January 28th. So let's see who's on this. I'll start from the lead card. So lead card, Anderson Silva from Brazil. Not the Anderson Silva that you guys are familiar with, but it's funny. Another Anderson Silva from Brazil versus Paul Elliott in MMA. Next is Hiroki Tetsuka from Japan versus Sebastian Kadestam. I think I pronounced that correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. If anybody's on here too and you're watching, I see there's a couple people in here. If you have any questions about Muay Thai, martial arts, I'm just going through the one championship card, the next one that's on the 28th of this month, so just 8 days out. Next, in the flyweight division, Tatsumitsu Wada from Japan versus Wang Shuo from China. And then up next, featherweight kickboxing World Grand Prix alternate bout. So there's an alternate bout for the World Grand Prix. So you have Joe Natawat, who's originally from Thailand, but he's actually been in the United States, been down in the South in Georgia. I know he was training with Master Cha down there at Thai Top Team. Hey, cuz Ken Be Smart, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it, man. If you guys are in here, make sure to keep spamming those likes. You can keep tapping the screen, double tap it. Just keep going. You can spam likes. All right. So he's Joe Natawat, who's known for having really solid left kick, really crisp boxing. He's not like top of like Thailand or anything anymore. Obviously, he's a little bit older, but he's still very dangerous and he's very smart and has really good fight and high fight IQ. Unfortunate circumstance with him. He actually tried to start his gym up, and then the pandemic hit, and he was kind of stuck with all his equipment and no gym. So. Shout out to Joe Natawat for still getting out there and getting after it. I would love to have him at our academy in between now and when he gets back from there. And so he's fighting against Dovydas Rimkus from Lithuania. Shout out to all my Lithuanian followers and people from Lithuania over on Discord. There's quite a few of you guys. I know some of you have gotten some merch, so thank you. It means the world to us. Speaking of merch, just wearing the Eat Sleep Teep shirt. It's always sick, right? So... next one up is in the strawweight division. This is going into the main card now. So main card, and thank you for spamming those likes, guys. I can see that popping up. I really appreciate it. It really helps out every single person that keeps that going. It really helps us grow, and it means like the world to my business, to our company. Okay, my team really appreciates the support. Next up in the strawweight division, MMA for Hiroba Minoa from Minoa Man? If you guys remember from the Pride days, from Japan versus Jared Brooks from the United States. That's a good one. And then we have Red Apatic from Serbia. It's heavyweight kickboxing versus Francesco Zala from Albania. I think I pronounced that correctly. Do you know Taekwondo? Of course I know of Taekwondo. Of course, from Korea. I'm not super into Taekwondo. I have a lot of students who come from a Taekwondo background that transfer over to martial arts. So shout out to our student Michelle, by the way, who actually she came from karate. My bad. Sorry, Michelle, don't kick my butt. Okay. Funny Cool Gangster asked, "Are you gonna watch UFC 270?" Honestly, unless there's a reason for me to watch it, I think it's on Saturday night, right? We might get together just to watch it with the team. I'm not specifically following it. For me, I prefer the One Championship because it has MMA, Muay Thai, and kickboxing. So like this one right here, that just announces heavyweight kickboxing. Next up is but I don't hate on UFC. It's just I don't have enough capacity to follow it along with all the Muay Thai stuff that we do. Next up is in the lightweight division, and just so you guys know, I do follow it a little bit, but just not a whole lot. We have some of our friends that are in it, and I'll follow their bouts when they have them. Next up is Ruslan Imilbek Ulu from Kazakhstan versus Zheng Lipeng from China in MMA bout, lightweight MMA. Next one also in featherweight MMA, Kim Jae-woong from South Korea versus Teng Kai from China. And then we have featherweight kickboxing World Grand Prix semifinal, Sidichai from Thailand, versus David Kiria. That's a good fight right there. I know David Kiria doesn't fight Muay Thai, but I really wish this was a Muay Thai match. You see these high-level, Muay Thai fighters fighting kickboxing, but Sidichai has been doing pretty darn good in that. Then coming up next in the featherweight kickboxing World Grand Prix semifinal, we have Murat Grigorian from Armenia, Murat, great fighter, versus Chingiz Alizov from Azerbaijan and Belarus. So those are the two fights that are up at the main. Is that a one-night tournament? No, I think that's just part of the whole thing. So featuring a stacked card filled with explosive striking action, Only the Brave is a massive event to not be missed. Headlining the blockbuster show are four of the very best strikers on the planet, as both semifinal of the one featherweight kickboxing World Grand Prix takes place on the same night. Tournament favorite Murat Grigorian faces number 4 contender Chingiz Alizov, while Thai superstar Sidichai fights the dark horse David Kiria. Man, Sidichai is getting the harder seed, in my opinion. Plus, number 1 featherweight contender Kim Jae-woong returns to action against the number 4 ranked Teng Kai. The South Korean wants to silence the outspoken Tang as a warm-up for his eventual world title shot, but the Chinese warrior promises to steal Kim's top spot with a crushing knockout. So he's thinking he's going to knock him out, huh? Next up, Chinese superstar Zhang Lipeng also returns to action. So mark your calendars, check your local listings, and download the One Super app now. So I really like the One app. It does a great job of notifying you and keeping track of your time zones of when you're going to watch the fights. So if you guys are watching here on TikTok or you're over there on Discord, if you're not on the Muay Thai community Discord, the link is in our bio. Go drop in, come talk smack. We have people from Romania, Lithuania, all over the United States, Canada, Mexico, all over Europe. It's just a great small community that's all in there as well. So just shout out to our Discord community and everybody that's been supporting on there too. It's been great to see how everything's growing. If you guys didn't already see already, we have the Eat Sleep Teep shirts, the original Eat Sleep Teep. All right. These shirts, they basically, we print on demand. We have fulfillment centers around the world, global fulfillment centers. So it's print on demand, eco-friendly. That way we minimize on cost and on waste. Okay, that way we're not sitting on wasteful inventory in our back end. And it allows you guys to get more color options. There is some specific instructions on how to take care of the print to garment, like the direct print. It's a little bit different than regular. There's like whole care instructions on our website. Go check it out. But it's very important that you guys do that if you do buy it. That way you have these shirts for years to come. I've had this one for a couple of years now. If you just wash it correctly, it lasts. So go check that out, guys. We're the Eat Sleep Teep original. We're the only ones that do the Eat Sleep Teep shirt. So we actually have the trademark for it. So if you know anybody that's using it, send it to me because I want to see it. Because I always like people coming up with different ideas for it. It's Muay Thai. I want people to grow. So shout out to anybody out there that's using the Eat Sleep Teep. All right? Windows throwing a notification in your ear right there. But as we get into the end of January, we have a few events coming up. Next weekend in Santa Barbara, not this weekend, but next weekend in Santa Barbara, we have testing on. We have testing on the 29th. What's your record like? I have like 25 fights, man. Not like a good fighter. I'm a journeyman fighter. I wish I could have fought more. I actually have a plan to do some extra fights and stuff like that too. So don't claim to be like the best world champion fighter. And it's one of the things with Muay Thai also is it's about how many fights you have, not about how many wins. And there's something that I can say that not a lot of people out there can say is I never said no to a fight. So when I was active, I never said no. All right. But I won more than I lost, let's say that. Where about is your gym? So we have 2 locations, Funny Cool Gangster. We have one location in Ventura, California, and one location in Santa Barbara, California. So the Santa Barbara, California one is located on State Street. There's actually an airport about 10 minutes away if you guys are interested in coming by to visit. Just shoot us a DM on our main Instagram. Happy to get that set up for you. Go check out our Pu'u Muay Thai, the Muay Thai community Discord. Okay, but click the Pu'u Muay Thai logo up there in the corner. That's what I meant to say. The academies are about 30 to 40 minute drive away from each other, right on the Golden Coast of California. So that's Ventura County and Santa Barbara County, right before Central California. Really beautiful spot just north of LA. What's one of your go-to combos? Let's say this. So I made a sticker. I love clinching and I love my left kick. So left body kick. Some of the best Muay Thai fighters that you guys may know of, like Pu'u, Sanchai, Yudson Klai, they have a really good left kick. There's a reason for it. Some of the best fighters that are out there in Muay Thai and in kickboxing, they're known for having a really strong left kick, including Siddhachai, who's fighting on that one card I just went through too. So thanks for the question on that, Dozda. If you guys have more questions too, feel free to shoot them. If you're watching too, spam those likes, guys. I see we're at 1K likes. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me to get more likes. Because this boosts up in the rating. We get more people involved in Muay Thai and knowing what Muay Thai is and getting involved in martial arts as well. Because this is what I do for a living. So this helps get more eyes on our business. And it's something that's really important because in our town, we didn't have Muay Thai. We're really here to help educate. We put ourselves into really good positions to be able to be in front of a lot of eyes and an active audience in our towns in the communities where I grew up. Okay, we didn't have Muay Thai here before. I've talked about this before on the podcast. And if you're watching live right now on TikTok or on Discord, go check out the link in our bio. Go check it out for our podcast, How Pu'u Muay Thai Became to Be. Have you ever participated in a cage fight? You know what's funny is I actually did 2 pankration fights. So those they weren't in a cage. They were in a ring. It's amateur MMA. Before amateur MMA was a thing, there was like no head contact. You could kick, knee to body, all that stuff. You didn't wear shin guards. But I got slammed on my head. I did like a little bit of takedown defense because there wasn't a lot of Muay Thai. I didn't have access to Muay Thai, and I was at an MMA gym in our area. Again, we didn't have Muay Thai. So I was just like, hey, F it. I'll do this. So after that, I was like, hey, if I'm going to do MMA or anything like that, I have to actually seriously focus on jiu-jitsu. And I've never really seriously focused on jiu-jitsu. I spent bouts of getting a few weeks in a row of training, doing no-gi. I had somebody in our academy doing no-gi jiu-jitsu. Coach Ryan, our chief instructor in Santa Barbara, is a blue belt in jiu-jitsu and was teaching jiu-jitsu classes under a black belt and stuff like that for a long time. So for me, I learned just enough jiu-jitsu to know when to shut my trap when I'm cornering people in MMA. And I've done a lot of cornering in MMA. Have a lot of experience with that too. But my specialty is Muay Thai. So, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. They're both different sports. Do you condition your shins? From Funny Cool Gangster. That is a great question. I actually have a video that's on our TikTok. It's a very common question that we get. So when it comes into conditioning your shins in Muay Thai, there's really only a few basic things to do. There's common misconceptions, and I'm going to go over these ones. Anything else is just stuff that you hear. It's Hollywood, it's made up, internet, crazy kung fu shit, okay? So you kick hard bags, heavy bags. You kick the heavy bag, right? You kick Thai pads, punch kick Thai pads. All right, they hit Thai pads all the time. You spar with shin guards. Okay, sparring with shin guards still conditions your shins. And then you do clinching. All right, clinching also. So when you do clinching, you also do some light kicking and stuff like that too without shin guards. And you're gonna bump into elbows, and you are gonna get bruised up, and it will help condition your legs. Okay. And I see Dozda saying mainly heavy bag to Funny Cool Gangster. Absolutely, over there on TikTok. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate it. And that's a great question. A lot of people ask that, and I always like to educate a little bit on that. Actually, I think the video I had on TikTok says like, hey, how to condition your shins for Muay Thai. I had a baseball bat next to my leg. I said, first take the baseball bat and you put it over here just in case you need to beat somebody's ass with it. And you get to kicking the bag, kicking the pads, sparring, clinching, things like that. That's how you condition your shins when you go into fight. And also, just so you guys know too, road work, like running on concrete, hard surfaces, that actually helps condition your legs as well. Not just to take low kicks, but it helps build up the bone density in your legs when you run. When you first started, from Dozda, when you first started, did you get beat up a lot and question what you're doing? Absolutely. Dozda, that's funny, man. Do you know me? Dozda over on TikTok. That's a great question, man. So, absolutely. The sparring culture that I was at when I first started was like, I was having a spar the first day, and I was getting my butt kicked. And I was like, man, do I really want to do this? And I actually had a conversation with my dad. He's like, well, you told me you really wanted to do this, so you just got to keep showing up. Ask your coach. Ask him. Ask him how you can get better. And I did, and I listened to him. My first striking coach, I mentioned him here a few times on the podcast. Rest in peace, Fred Lemus. He gave me some good tips, and he saw that I was focused, so he spent time with me. I would show up early, and I would stay late. First to show up, last to leave. I'm a Muay Thai fighter, so awesome, Dozda. Yeah, you definitely understand it then. You know, it's just one of those things. It happens, and that's one of the reasons why fighters, especially in Thailand, are so strong and so tough. They're used to just getting the shit kicked out of them, you know, day in, day out as kids. And they develop that toughness through time. They end up becoming, if they stick with it, they end up becoming those really strong fighters, right? Very humble because they know what it's like to be, you know, on the bottom of the totem pole and have to work their way up. They know how that is, okay? So they understand that whole structure of building each other up that way too. That's a great question, but I've definitely had times. I mean, even through when I was like more actively competing, I had times where I questioned myself. It's part of it. A lot of it's mental too. I didn't have a lot of mental prep and mental tips, like what I would like the kind of stuff that we give to our fighters when it goes into mental prep. We didn't have that. Hey, while I got your attention here, I just want to give a shout out to our sponsors at Hydronic Hydration. They are a simple hydration pack. I've been giving them out to our students here in Santa Barbara, and I brought some of them down to Ventura also. It's electrolyte packets, if you guys are familiar with oil replacement salts or solutions. Great for after weight cut. It's good during those multiple class training sessions. It's hydronichydration.com. You can check out the link in our show notes. Go check it out. It's a great product. I've been using it every freaking day since we got the sponsorship. Shout out to Kadar for hooking it up. All right, back to the show. I hope that gives you some answers, okay? Boom, there we go. Sorry about that. You ever come to New Zealand to fight? We have some really good fighters here. You know what? I would definitely love to come to New Zealand, and I know I've met a couple Kiwis over there in Thailand. I know there's some great Muay Thai in New Zealand as well. One of my longtime training partners, when I was actively fighting, his name was Anthony. He was Maori, so he's native, and he was one of my favorite training partners. So I would absolutely love to go to New Zealand, funny, cool gangster. But over there on TikTok, it's a funny name. Anybody who's listening to this later on Spotify or iTunes know that these are usernames over on TikTok. But I would love to go to New Zealand once the world starts opening up and being normal again. Have you heard of David Goggins? And if so, what do you think about him? So those definitely go check out our podcast, man. You would like it just based upon the questions you're asking me right now. Also, go check out the Discord. If you do Discord, go check it out. Links in our bio for the Muay Thai community Discord. And if you're a Muay Thai fighter, you should be in there. Got promoters, other pro fighters, amateur fighters, got enthusiasts, students, gym owners, and media people too. So it'd be really awesome to have you included in that. But my brother Josh has asked people what are 3 tips you would tell people getting involved in Muay Thai just to best set them up for success. And his number 1 tip was to go read David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. All right, so definitely like David Goggins' stuff. The mental aspect is tried and true. I mean, it's battle tested, right? So you can't really knock it. It may not be for everybody, but some of the mindset stuff that he has in there, I definitely believe can be applied across the board. Have you read his book? If you have, let me know. Let me know your comments. Hey, and guys, if you're watching this, just let me remind you, spam those likes, guys. Spam those likes. Keep tapping the screen because that helps us grow in TikTok's rankings. I would love to see us continue to grow. Again, this really helps our small business and our company as we continue to grow. And I've been doing stuff. I think I did a podcast a day for a week straight just to kind of like help build more for you guys. I want to give more to you guys. I want to figure out how I can give more value to our students, to the Muay Thai community as we continue to grow. Yes, you have read. Those are awesome, man. Well, definitely a good book. If you read the book, I highly recommend the Audible audiobook because it's almost like a podcast style. He talks at the end of each chapter and the beginning of the chapter in between with the person who's reading it for him. So it's good. It's like they kind of like a little banter back and forth, and it's done really well in my opinion on how they did that. So thank you for spamming those likes because I can see them coming up. I really appreciate it. We are almost at 2K likes. We're at 1.8K likes. If we keep it up, 2K. Boom, keep it up, keep it up. If you guys want one of these shirts too, we're doing a giveaway over on our Instagram for a bunch of Muay Thai shirts. We just did the Eat, Sleep, Teep one last week. I'll do it again, of course. Right now we're doing the Muay Thai Shaka shirt. It's actually hand-drawn by one of our coaches. Super cool. It has like a shaka, Hawaiian. So the shaka with the hand wraps around it and everything like that too. Have you thought about advertising the gyms? What do you mean advertising the gyms? Sorry, I'm not sure I understand. But definitely want to see the academy grow. So this helps out really big. We have tons of content out there on Instagram, TikTok, on Discord, our email community server, our, we have fight promotions that we attend all the time and send our athletes to. We have kids programs starting at ages 4 to 6, 7 to 12, 13 to 16. Then we have our adult program, the all flourishing in both locations. The one in Santa Barbara is just... We got into our full dedicated space back in June of last year, but had been operating at that point for 2 years out of a shared space. So now we got a full space, we have full on schedule, and it's great to see that starting to pop off. But definitely, as we get through this beginning of the year, usually in like February or March, have you thought about advertising through gyms? So if you mean like regular fitness gyms, typically not because they see us as competition. There was actually a UFC gym that opened by, and they tried to they messaged all of our students on Instagram. They went to our Instagram, messaged everybody, and tried to get them over. It was weird. So shame on them. Shame on them for doing that kind of shit because that's just shady, man. It's like, hey, message our students who are tagged in pictures and shit like that. They're very highly engaged. They came to me like, hey, did you see this? And then they were messaging our staff trying to take them over and everything too. Luckily most of our staff knew better and knew that they weren't going to get paid as well than if they worked with us. So, and get as much value out of their training and personal growth as an instructor too, like they do with us. We bring in instructors from all over the world. Like I just had, we had get this there, Kane. We had Johnson on Fairtex come in. You had all our instructors there, being able to train with them. We had Angela Chang, pro fighter. If you guys don't follow her, she's here on TikTok too. Matt Lucas, Nathan Corbett. I've had a ton of awesome people come through our doors. Do you know how to be less nervous when waiting for a fight? Ooh. Funny, cool gangster. That is a great question. I do. So those are like pre-fight jitters, right? It's normal. I actually cover this pretty, I have a segment in my book, but one of the things that's very important is look up what's called mental anchoring. It's really important to create a mental anchor when you're training for your fights. Those moments in the gym where, like in your training, where everything just clicks, all right, where everything just clicks. And you're able to, get that moment of clarity, like maybe you had a really good sparring session or pad session. Just get your mind back, remember that moment, and create that anchor so that way when you come in to go fight, know that this is something you want to do. That's why it's important to know your why. And we go over a lot of this stuff. We pre-frame a lot of this stuff in my book called Preparing for Your First Muay Thai Fight. Also, link in bio if you want to go check that out. It's available on Amazon, Kindle, and paperback as well if you want to order it. Kindle, I think, is $10. Paperback is $20. Again, that goes directly to our academy. I actually wrote that book as a guide for our instructors for our competition team. That way, we had a way for them to be able to officially train our students. When shutdown happened, I wasn't sure if we were actually going to be able to stay in business. I thought we were probably going to have to close down permanently, or at least until everything started getting better, which I'm glad we were able to weather the storm because things are getting better. We have this brand new location, which is freaking sweet. Dedicated staff and dedicated team that weathered the storm with us through COVID. So through all the shutdown BS and everything too. So it's been really great. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. I see we're at 2.7K likes, man. Keep spamming those likes, man. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, guys. It helps us grow, helps us continue to level up our game in Muay Thai, and help us to get more people, get our stream in front of more people that maybe are interested in Muay Thai, don't know what Muay Thai is, or want to know more about Muay Thai. Maybe they do other martial arts, they follow mixed martial arts and stuff like that. So going back to that mental anchor, is really knowing when you have those nerves, like realize that, hey, I trained hard for this. It's something, you've been training 8 weeks for, 6 weeks, 4 weeks, however long you've been training, plus however long you've been training in that martial art. So you have to really have that sense of ownership and know and be confident in what you know. And it's easy for people who have like a always student mindset, realize that which is good when you're training, but when you go fight, man, you're the shit. It's your ring, it's your time, and you know what to do. Okay, and it's something you want. It's something you want to do. All right, and it's very important to tell yourself this. And when you have those good days in the gym and training, hey, have that mental, hey, I'm gonna remember this moment right now in time. I was wearing these gloves, I did this, deep breath. And then when it comes time to when you're getting nervous, bring your mind back to that moment in time where you felt like everything was just clicking. And that's what helps you set a mental anchor. Man, we're at 3.3K likes, man. You guys are so nice, man. You keep growing us up. I appreciate it. Getting the glow up here on TikTok. If you guys are on here too, please go check out the Muay Thai community Discord if you like Muay Thai. It's not just for Pu'u Muay Thai. We started it, but it's to get the community together because so many people were on Facebook in the Muay Thai community on a global scale. So my goal is to try to get more people on the Discord because you're not using Facebook, you're using TikTok. You're on here right now. People have their Facebook because they use Facebook Messenger, and that's about it. Or you have to use it for logins and some websites and stuff like that too. But it really just means the world to get more people in there that know what Muay Thai is. Because when I first started, I would have never thought that we'd have a Muay Thai Academy in Ventura and Santa Barbara, much less have a live stream where people know what Muay Thai is and they actively come in and engage. All right. Also, don't forget to hit that follow button too, guys. If you're not following us, definitely follow us. We have tons of Muay Thai content, funny stuff, instructionals. Scroll down on our feed. All right, scroll down on our feed. I did a ton of instructional videos during shutdowns. All right, started Muay Thai and Jiu-Jitsu about a year ago from Jits Buns. Nice, man. I hope you're enjoying your journey. What would you tell yourself a year ago when you first started? If you're gonna go back a year ago and be like, hey, I want you to focus on X, Y, Z, 1 or 2 things, maybe 3. Let me know. I think it's really important for people to always reflect on their training like that too. All right. Again, I just really appreciate everybody being out there. I'm pretty short, so I'm having trouble sparring people bigger than me. I feel you, Jits Buns. So for me, I'm considered shorter for my weight class. I say shorter because I'm 5'8". I fought 140 pounds, 135 pounds. Man, there's people 6 foot plus in my freaking weight class, man. So I feel you. Yeah, learn and shin conditioning. I need to focus on my cardio for sure and shin conditioning. Nice, man. Kick those bags and get the running in. So road work, if you can get your road work in, that helps build your legs too. It helps build up that shin conditioning, the bone density. Definitely. Those are things you always work on, though. I'm coming off of Achilles and calf injury. I've been slowly jogging a little bit every day, 3-minute jog, 5-minute jog, a run walk, 3 minutes of running, 1 minute walking, or 5 minutes of jogging, 1 minute of walking, and I repeat for 20 to 30 minutes. What age did you start Muay Thai? Asked Jits Buns over on TikTok. Jits Buns, I started when I was 18 years old, and I'm 33 now, so 15 years. Great times. 15 years of Muay Thai. And I've only done Muay Thai. I focused on it full time. I went to Thailand right after. It was almost exactly a year into my first year of training. I got to go to Thailand, fought out there. I went out there with the MMA gym I was training with, came back, and that's when I found my Thai trainer after a little while. Definitely, if you want to hear more about that journey too, we have a podcast. This is recording will actually go on our podcast on Spotify and iTunes. The link will be in our bio. Go check out the Muay Thai community Discord. I post up our updates on there too. But I believe this is going to be episode 54, if I'm not mistaken, or 55. 55, I think, or maybe even 56. Damn, I don't even know. But very just, I have covered a lot. I've had a lot of awesome guests on there. Pro fighters, promoters, athletes, it's students, things of that nature. You should put some podcasts on YouTube. I definitely, Doza, I do have podcasts on YouTube. I'm behind on getting our most up-to-date ones on there, but actually I think I'm up to episode like 25 on YouTube. So definitely go check that out. The link is in our bio for our YouTube also. So if you want to go check that out, we appreciate it. Go talk some smack. Say, hey, you don't know what you're talking about. Just kidding. Don't do that. All right. How did you get into it? I started watching Sanchai videos and was hooked. Man, you're lucky you could watch Sanchai videos. When I first started, I was lucky. Like, YouTube barely started having videos like that. Long story short, I covered all of this in previous podcast episodes. So I would definitely go back and read it or listen to it. It's how Pu'u Muay Thai came to be. It's a 3-part series on our podcast. If you want more in-depth details. But I always wanted to do martial arts as a kid, and my parents couldn't afford it and didn't see the value in it at the time. Of course, they do now. So as soon as I turned 18, I went and signed up, enrolled in a program, paid for a year up front with some cash I had saved up from working, and I've been doing it ever since, never stopped. Who's your number one fighter? From Gary Walsh 948. Number one fighter. Man, I'll go based on Muay Thai because I have the most knowledge personally in Muay Thai. I can't comment on other combat sports. There's some other notables that stand out in other combat sports, but I'll go into this one. So I'll say right now, it's typical. Jits Buns was saying, he was watching Sanchai. Sanchai, you don't get fighters like Sanchai very often in fighting. So he's definitely my number one, in my opinion, because we got to see his greatness. Actually, the first time he came to the U.S., it was on my Thai trainer Nakui's promotion called Stand Up Promotions. He knocked out Tetsuya Yamato from Japan. I think it was in the first round with a left head kick. So I was there. I got to witness it, help pick him up from the airport, all that good stuff, and drive him around and befriend him. Actually have his shorts that he fought in. He fought for the first ever WBC Muay Thai Diamond Belt. I was gifted his shorts from that fight. They're on our wall at the Ventura Academy, along with a book from Kevin Ross, from when Kevin Ross fought him. So I do have that too. So just seeing his greatness and what he's done and continues to do, from fighting starting at 8 years old, now he's like, what? Is he 40 now? I think he's 40 years old or 39. Something, man. He's in his 40s, I think. And he's still fighting? That, for me, is insane. I'm 33 and shit hurts. So I would say he would definitely be up there as my number one fighter, just based upon his accolades, his length of his career as a professional fighter, starting at 8 years old, and he may not be fighting top level Thais. I saw him when he started losing to the Thais in the stadiums when he was still in the stadium game, and I think it was Yadvicha. Yadvicha beat him twice, I believe is what it was. And that's when I think that was like when Sanchai started calling it quits at the stadiums. And yes, he is still winning. Gary Walsh 948 mentions Sanchai's still winning. Yes, he's still winning. He's beating foreigners over on Thai Fight. Those foreigners too, like I had one of the foreigners, Christian Pastore from Argentina, my friend Christian. He actually fought Sanchai on Thai Fight. I did a podcast with Christian Pastore from Argentina. On one of the earlier podcast episodes. It might have been like episode 7 or 8 during shutdowns. So I would go back and listen to that too, because that guy's got a pretty fucking phenomenal story too. He only trained Muay Thai for 6 years before he fought Sanchai. Only 6 years. And he went all 3 rounds with him. He didn't get knocked out. So that's saying something. Super cool guy. He's still actively fighting K1 and in Muay Thai as well down in Argentina. So you're going to see more of that guy as the world continues to open up too. But I appreciate the engagement on that. If you guys are on here, keep spamming those likes, guys. I see we are at 3.6K likes. Let's get us up to 4K, guys. So we can get us up to 4K, keep tapping those likes. Appreciate you guys. So definitely Sanchai. Also, right now, who I don't consider them like number one fighter, but the period in the sport is Stamp Fairtex. I actually have a picture of Stamp Fairtex signs, like limited edition print from Fairtex. I really think it's amazing to see these people. She's doing MMA, first 3-sport world champion, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and MMA. That's a feat right there. And it's definitely one of those things like with Muay Thai in Thailand as well. We're setting the market for women in Thailand to show that there's a market for it. And now they're doing women's fights as of just a month and a half ago at Lumpini Stadium. They're also doing MMA fights at Lumpini Stadium. That is unheard of, guys. Women were not allowed to even touch the freaking ring at Lumpini Stadium. Now they're fighting in it. It's great. They have women referees. It's cool to see some of that progress growing into the sport and seeing that grow. My friend Bob Carmel commented on one of the previous podcasts, I think it's 2 episodes ago, about how the fighting is a little bit different, though, in Thailand now, because there's a lot more foreigners involved. The guys that were fighting back in the 80s and early 90s, in his words, he said they were just monsters. They're machines. So Bob Carmel has been around a long time. He's one of the people that's responsible for Fairtex opening up in the United States. He was managing the Fairtex Training Center in Phoenix, Arizona. So maybe I'll get him a little bit more sit down with him because he's got an interesting brain to pick. You wouldn't know if you just looked at him, you'd be like, who the hell is this guy? But he's a legitimate person, been around a long time. He has an active fighter right now in Nick Chastain, who I fought before. And Nick's preparing for the World Games qualifiers coming up, along with one of our students, Aaron Clayton, who's going to be preparing for that, who you heard from earlier in the episode about why they like Muay Thai, her and her husband. So thank you so much for the likes, guys. I really appreciate it. I see that we're growing those numbers, man. Just double tap that screen. That's all you gotta do. Just boom, 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 boom. All right. So as we get on with the stream here, I just want to kind of get into some closing thoughts for everybody as we're getting through the first month of the new year. If you have a goal that you want this year, whether it be in fighting, whether it be in your life, man, write that shit down. I got a board right behind me. You guys can't see it because I have the green screen thing on. I have a whiteboard like back here, and I write my goals and really find what your purpose is and figure out how you can serve that purpose. Figure out what your tools are to serve that purpose and how to continue to grow. Okay, continue growing, guys. All right. If you have any questions as we continue to go through the stream, I'm going to wrap it up here in just a little bit. I just want to say thank you for tuning in. Make sure to follow Pu'u Muay Thai and the Pu'u Muay Thai podcast. The link is in our bio. If you're listening to this later on iTunes and Spotify, please leave a review for us. We only have 2 reviews on there. Leave a written review. It could just be something like, hey, this podcast is badass. I've had a few people that have found the podcast that are local. Shout out to you guys that have reached out and that found the podcast. If you're nearby Ventura or Santa Barbara, please reach out because it's going to be great to have more people involved. Also, soft announcement at the beginning of April, I believe. Let me just double check the dates on this. Boom, April. Let me just double check this. March, April. So April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, we are going to do a Muay Thai business retreat here in Santa Barbara, California. It's going to be with, we're going to have basically limited spots for people. I'm looking at having only 6 people who want to learn about how we build our instructors in-house, how we have a thriving team, how you have team support, and also when you come to that, you're gonna write your curriculum. I'm gonna help you write your curriculum. I have so many martial arts and Muay Thai people, mainly Muay Thai people, obviously, that reach out to me and they always say, man, you guys have such a great program. I need help writing my curriculum. And I give them the resources, but they never just sit down and fucking do it. It's going to be game-changing for you if you sit down and you structure your programs, guys. If you're out there and you train Muay Thai, let your instructor know. We have an airport. It's 10 minutes away. Beautiful. It's freaking, vacation Golden Coast of California right here in Santa Barbara, in the city of Santa Barbara. Flying to Santa Barbara Municipal Airport is 10 minutes away from the academy. 4,000 square feet right here on State Street. Got restaurants. We got hotels nearby, Airbnbs, all that good stuff. But that's going to be on April 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Santa Barbara, California. I'm going to be running it as well as some of the people on my team. If you guys are interested and you want to learn a little bit more about like the business aspect of things, it's a great mastermind group to get involved in. Again, we're keeping it really small, really tight. specifically. That way I can focus on everybody, make sure everybody gets the attention they deserve, and you have a great time out here too. So go hit the link in bio if you guys are interested in that. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify and you're interested, don't hesitate to reach out. Contact us at pmtlifestyle.com. Hit contact or shoot us a message on Discord. Shoot me a message on Discord or on Instagram, or call one of the academies. You can just tell them you want to speak to me. All right, say you're interested in the Muay Thai business retreat. All right, if you're thinking about opening up a program too, it could be massively beneficial. You're going to be around some other people that are highly motivated and running programs and stuff like that as well. I have 2 people already committed to it. Big names in the Muay Thai world. So stay tuned for that, guys. I'm going to have more details coming up in the coming weeks. Okay? With that said, everybody, have a great day. And don't forget, I want you guys, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. It's a great quote. It's not mine, but use it because it's facts. Okay? Have a great day. All right, that's it today, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you guys are listening on iTunes, please go leave a review. It means the world to me if you enjoy the content, if you like hearing about all stuff that has to do with Muay Thai and what we're doing. Also, there's another way to support us. If you guys visit our Patreon link, it's in the show notes. Also on our YouTube, if you go to pmtlifestyle.com, there's a Patreon link up at the top. You can support us for as little as $5 a month to get some behind-the-scenes footage, things of that nature, to see what we're doing behind the scenes for Pu'u Muay Thai, what we're trying to get going. Also, you can get some early access clips. You can also get t-shirts, merchandise, and a few other things as perks of being a patron. Again, go check that out. It's at pmtlifestyle.com.